8 athletes who perished in action. Antonio Puerta. Antonio Puerta was a talented Spanish international footballer who established himself at Sevilla. As an attacking midfielder, he represented Spain's U21 and U23 teams and enjoyed a successful career with Sevilla, winning 5 major trophies. On August 25, 2007, during a normal La Liga encounter against Getafe, the 22-year-old fell on the pitch. He has endured several heart arrests. Despite recovering consciousness and walking off the field, he collapsed again in the changing area and was taken to the hospital. Tragically, he perished soon after, leaving the football world to lament the loss of such a young talent. Frankie Campbell. Frankie Campbell, an Italian-American boxer, battled Max Baer in a fight that would be his last. Baer, noted for his powerful punches, landed a series of punishing strikes on Campbell's head. Campbell, dazed and disoriented, complained of a bad headache but managed to make it through the 5th round. However, Baer's continuous attack was too much. Campbell was brought to the hospital and diagnosed with a double cerebral hemorrhage. Despite medical treatment, he perished from his injuries. Baer was first charged with killing, but the accusations were later dismissed. Still, the episode haunted him for the rest of his life. Ray Chapman. Ray Chapman, a superb shortstop with the Cleveland Indians, is the only Major League Baseball player who perished as a result of a game-related injury. On August 16, 1920, during a game against the New York Yankees, Chapman was hit in the head by a pitch from Carl Mays. The hit was so powerful that Chapman collapsed on the field. He was brought to the hospital, but never regained consciousness and was pronounced deceased early the next morning. Chapman's demise prompted substantial changes in baseball, such as the mandated use of batting helmets and the elimination of the spitball pitch. Frank Hayes. Frank Hayes was a well-known American jockey during the early 20th century. On June 4, 1923, Hayes competed at Belmont Park in New York. Hayes succumbed of a heart attack in the middle of the race while riding his horse Sweet Kiss. Surprisingly, his body remained in the saddle, and he crossed the finish line first, becoming the only rider to win a race after being deceased. Hayes' unexpected demise remains one of the most unusual and terrible episodes in horse racing history. Owen Hart. Owen Hart, a member of the famed Hart wrestling family, was a popular performer in the World Wrestling Federation. On May 23, 1999, at the Over the Edge pay-per-view event in Kansas City, Missouri, Hart was scheduled to make a dramatic entrance from the rafters. Tragically, the harness failed and he fell 78 feet into the ring. The horrific event was witnessed live in the arena, which was filled with supporters. Hart was rushed to the hospital, but his injuries proved fatal. His passing prompted enhanced safety precautions in professional wrestling, but Owen Hart's demise left a long-lasting gap in the sport. Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt, sometimes known as the Intimidator, was one of NASCAR's best drivers. Earnhardt, known for his aggressive racing style, won 76 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series races and consistently finished in the top 10. Earnhardt perished in a crash on the final lap of the Daytona 500 on February 18, 2001. He collided with the wall at tremendous speed, and despite the best efforts of the medical staff at Halifax Medical Center, he was pronounced deceased from a basilar skull fracture. During Earnhardt's demise, NASCAR implemented various safety measures, including the adoption of the Hans device, to safeguard drivers from similar accidents. Bill Masterton. Bill Masterton was a Canadian professional ice hockey player for the Minnesota North Stars. On January 13, 1968, during a game against the Oakland Seals, Masterton had a severe head injury after colliding with 2 opposing players. Without a helmet, Masterton collided with the ice, resulting in major head damage. He was soon sent to the hospital, but he never recovered consciousness and perished 2 days later. Masterton's demise is the only NHL fatality caused directly by game-related injuries. His horrific accident prompted increasing support for obligatory helmet use in professional ice hockey.